Many of us remember where we were when a gunman opened fire inside of a Connecticut elementary school. The tragedy at Sandy Hook forever changed how we look at school security.
More than a year later, Target 8 investigators wanted to know how safe our schools are today and if more should be done.
Target 8 investigator Danny Carlson worked with the West Michigan superintendent to answer those questions.
Yeah, and you know what, Brian and Marley, we know that this is a sensitive story, and we are very aware of that. Rockford Superintendent Michael Scheibler has been on board with this investigation since the very beginning, agreeing to let Target 8 to try to get inside his schools undercover, undetected. But this story isn't just about Rockford, it's about all of our schools, because they're all trying to do the best they can to keep our kids safe. Because this kind of security test is so sensitive, we made sure local police agencies knew what we were doing, and we sat down with Superintendent Scheibler with cameras rolling as the results came in.
This is the perspective of a person trying to break into a school.
All right, both those doors were locked.
The video, shaky, but the purpose, clear. This time, it's a drill.
He's checking us all out. Well, good. Glad I asked.
With each outcome providing valuable information to keep kids safe.
Okay, here we go.
At 11 a.m. sharp, our 6 testers walked through the doors of 6 Rockford public schools. Their goal? Walk past the office and see how far they could go before being stopped. 3 of our testers were stopped within 2 minutes.
Do you have a sticker? Did you start in the office?
I do not.
All right, I have to ask you to do that if you could.
Despite that seemingly short amount of time, 2 minutes, only one of the schools responded exactly how Superintendent Mike Scheibler wanted, an elementary school.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Where are you headed?
I'm actually here with Wood TV 8.
Our tester there was confronted within 30 seconds due to a vigilant staff, monitors showing the front doors, a bell that sounds each time the doors open, and parapros who are given extra security duties after the tragedy at Sandy Hook.
See, we don't let any strange faces in without introducing ourselves and seeing if you're supposed to be here.
Very good.
The 2 other schools who spotted our testers within 2 minutes, one middle and one high school, both have permanent security guards who weren't at their posts. But at the middle school, a PE teacher stopped our tester only about 50 feet in and escorted her to the office.
We're doing a little security test. I'm Susan. Dr. Scheibler knows that we're here.
Oh my goodness. A security test and you walked right in.
Yes.
That's not good.
At the high school, a similar story.
Well, I have not been stopped yet.
We learn later that missing guard says she saw our tester walk in, but was dealing with an unruly student. She caught him about a minute and a half after he walked in.
Where's the visitor pass? Right, we're from Wood TV 8.
I know, but where's the visitor pass? Do you want to the main office?
Yes, I can go there right now.
Our final 3 testers went undetected for 4 minutes and counting.
Is 5 minutes too long?
Absolutely.
At one school, our tester made 2 full laps inside the building.
Can I help you?
Before a parapro asked her what she was doing.
No, I'm just thinking I can head back to the office right now.
Okay, did they give you a pass?
No, that's why I'm headed back right now. Thank you.
I think that one of the secretaries may have seen me come in, but I'm not really sure. They were all kind of, there were 2 and they were kind of busy.
That is unacceptable. Unacceptable.
At the freshman high school and the last middle school, each of our 2 testers walked in the front doors past empty security guard tables. Our tester there toured the high school for about 5 minutes before turning himself in.
I just came in through the front doors.
And you did not stop in the office?
I did not.
Okay.
But the most shocking result happened at our final school, a middle school. 15 minutes of strolling, looking at artwork, and drinking from water fountains later, staff finally noticed our tester didn't fit in during the pre-team passing period.
Excuse me, sir. Hi, do you have a badge with you? Okay, I'm going to take you to the office.
He wants to know if you saw any security guards when you were there, any security officers.
I did not see any security officers.
Okay.
They have one assigned to them.
Okay.
We're told that middle school guard was on her rounds when our crew walked in and forgot to tell office staff to cover her post, something Scheibler vows will not happen again.
We have a full-time security person there. And for that individual to be able to walk around the building like he did, that to me should never have happened, ever.
Not the results expected or even necessarily wanted, but that shaky video made clear what the district needed to do.
Because a lot of school districts wouldn't have wanted to participate in this because they maybe wouldn't have wanted to look bad.
Well, I look at this exercise as an opportunity to identify where we have issues that we can improve upon. And so I welcome this opportunity so that we can do a better job.
Now, this May, Rockford will ask voters to approve a bond for security and technology improvements. Still, it was clear Scheibler did not expect the results that we got, and none of the schools were expecting our visit. Now, within an hour of the test, Scheibler had spoken to all administrators and security guards, and changes had already been made. For more specifics on those changes and the names of each of the schools that we tested, you can check all of that out right now on woodtv.com. Now, tomorrow on Daybreak, Superintendent Scheibler will be here to talk live about the test results and the security improvements that he hopes to make.
And again, kudos to the superintendent for allowing our cameras to conduct that test. A lot of, of course, you pointed out some of the mistakes made, but a lot of folks there were doing the right thing.
They really were, and, most of our people were confronted at some point in the test, and every single one of the doors was locked except for that front door, which is supposed to be open during school hours for people who have legitimate business. So
that's good to know.
Absolutely.
So the doors were locked.
Every single door except that very front door that you could walk in, which, again, I mean, you guys are parents, sometimes you're going to need to walk into your child's school.
The conversation will continue tomorrow morning.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Danny.
Danny, thank you.